Well, now joining us in the studio for further discussion on Netanyahu's latest campaign promise of annexing parts of the West Bank, please welcome Eli Hazan, the Foreign Affairs Director for the Likud Party. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, let's just first discuss this declaration. I mean, what is so dramatic about it? Aren't these things that Netanyahu has said before in the past?
Yeah, he said that before the last campaign, but this time this is something which is real. I mean, if you saw in the video, he showed the map and where exactly is going to be. And this time it's for real. So I was asked by friends, Eli, why now? What takes him so many years? So the answer is the timing. I mean, under Obama, of course, we could not do it, not to mention the previous administration. Now, this is a good time in order to do it. This is what we wanted to do it for so many years, and this is a good chance.
When you say now, though, I mean, what does that mean? If he were to be re-elected, then
exactly.
How quickly would that happen?
It depends on the number of the seats. If the right bloc will get 61, it will be much easier to do it because there is a consensus among the right bloc in Israel about annexation of the Jordan Valley. If we will be depend on some other leftists from the coalition, so I guess it will be almost impossible. I want to remind to the viewers one thing. There is even a kind of an agreement inside the left wing in Israel about the Jordan Valley. Not about unilateral annexation, but with agreement with the Palestinians. In any case, Jordan Valley, it seems to me, is a consensus, and of course we will do it.
Well, a lot of it is, as we know, under Israeli control, a lot of the parts that he wants to annex, but we do know that there's still a lot more to negotiate with that respect. But I want to move a little bit to the south now with respect to the rockets that just occurred last night at the campaign rally.
And also today.
And also today, that's right. A lot of critics in the opposition have said that Netanyahu is too weak on Hamas, that he's just maintaining a status quo while Hamas is continuing to breach and do whatever it wants, and that last night was a good example of that. How would you respond to that?
They do not understand anything. And by the way, it's so funny because Gantz and Lapid, they led the same policy of Netanyahu, and they know exactly why when they were part of Benny Gantz as chief of staff and Lapid were in the government. They would prefer, because of being populist, the fact that we don't want to go into a conflict in Gaza. It would serve the interest of Iran. Hamas is a proxy of Iran. They're trying to attract us to a conflict in Gaza and with Hezbollah in Lebanon and lead us into a situation that we are not focusing in Iran. We will not let it happen, and they can say whatever they want. Gantz and Lapid and some others, they've already been there. I mean, take for instance Ashkenazi. He was chief of staff for so many years, and he conducted the same policy. So what's the difference? I know what's the difference, by the way. He's in the opposition, and he would prefer to say something which is populism.
So what maybe would be a better kind of policy with respect to Gaza, though? Because the truth of the matter is that Hamas is attacking regularly, and a lot of people say that more can be done.
More pressure on Hamas. I truly believe on a different way, in the sense that you need to deal with the leaders, not with the population. I mean, to put a pressure on the leaders of Hamas. This is the only way, but I want to emphasize one more thing. We will not make the same mistake that we did in 1982 in Lebanon, in the first Lebanese war. We are not going to go into Gaza, take down Hamas, and then Abu Mazen will be in power. We are not the servants of Abu Mazen.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hazan, thank you.